guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a kind of basic but a kind of good Unity game that you can move around and you can have a moving camera that's following you. So let's get started. So first, as you can see here, I am in a brand new scene. So yeah. So first what you want to do is, if you want, you can first go to this plus, create a 3D object and create a plane. So we actually have an area for this. You can set the scale to 10 by 10 and boom. If you want, you can create a new material by doing create and then material, and here you can change the color or whatever you want. So I'm going to just quickly delete this material because I already have a grass material right over here. And now if we click play, nothing really happens. That's because, first of all, let's set this to 0, 0, 0. Now if it's in exactly the middle of the world, you can see the plane. You can't move around, you can't do anything. So let's add an object. Add a 3D object, and if you want, you can use a cube. I'm going to use a sphere, and let's add a texture onto it, and going to do a 0, 0, 1. So it's right above the ground. So now if we click play, that's a floating ball, doesn't do anything, can't move. So the first thing that we need to do is add a component, and that's a rigid body. That just makes it so that it acts like an object and it can fall and stuff. So here we can make it use gravity, and if you want, you can make it freeze. But if you want it to act like a normal sphere, you can keep it down and you can see it falls. If you want to make it more interesting, add a 3D object, and I'm going to add a cylinder. But since this doesn't have any, since it doesn't have any physics, nothing will really happen. So now let's take our sphere and let's just move it on top of this so you guys can see what happens. So you can see it rolls down. Now I'm just going to keep on clicking Control Z and get it out of the way. So here we have a ball, we have a light. Now you want to get it to move. Well, and you add a component and an SCR, which is basically a script. Then whatever you want to open it up with, it'll open up for you automatically. For me, it's Visual Studio, and I already have a script open which automatically lets you move. So this is all that you need. If you guys want, you can pause the video right here to copy this, or I will have a link in the description for it. But basically, public float is speed, so that it just makes a variable of speed. Private rigid body, so that it actually so that it can collide into stuff, because if, say for example, you remove that, tried playing, it would crash into stuff. It wouldn't crash into stuff. But let's see. So now that we have this, let's see. So we need that for this to work. Just paste that. private rigid body. It just makes this, takes the rigid body and just makes it so that collide into stuff. Here, it just sets that rigid is a rigid body, and the flow just gives more variables. So here, we make our X direction, our horizontal, which is A and D, and our Z direction vertically. So that's how it works. So vector 3 is just a command kind of. So you do vector 3 move is equal to new vector 3. So we're setting what the vector 3 is equal to. And the vector 3 is going to be called move. So our direction X and our direction Y, which is up and down, keeping it for 0 because we don't have any jump commands. If you want, you can find a way to make it work. And Z direction. So after that, you can go type in rigid dot add force, which just basically makes it add force times the speed. And here, that speed, public float speed, just adds another variable that you can customize. Once you're done, save it, close it, and then it'll be able to move. Here, you pick your speed. I'll keep it 1. And let's test it out. So as you can see, it can roll around perfectly well, but the camera doesn't follow it. How do we fix that? Well, if you go into Window, and I think Package Manager, we'll have this menu. If you go here, and you do Packages Unity Registry, you should be able to find Cinemachine. If you do that, you can just click it. For me, I'll just quickly remove to show you. So just removing, but here there will be an install button. So there, let's install it. Boom. And it's about done. Here there are also a lot of other things you can use. Like here they have, I'm pretty sure this is for VR, and Oculus XR, it'll let you make VR games. 2D Sprite just gives you easy to make sprites. So now we got the Cinemachine. We have to create a free look camera, and here it'll open up. So let's make it drag your sphere into the look at. Then it'll start looking at it. And if you want, you can make it follow it. Now, just click play. You can test it out. It might be a little laggy, but that's just because the camera acts a bit weird. If you fall, you'll be falling into an eternal void. So, that's that for the camera. Now, if you want, you can change the speed. I like to keep it around 4. And if you want, you can make some walls by going plus 3D object, and I'm pretty sure it's called a quad. Once you got this quad, you can go into the scaling, scale it how big you want. Or you can go into the scale, make it 8 for example, here, then you can go into the movement, then you can move. Now let's see how it works. Oof, he fell off. How about we move our ball directly in front of it, so it'll just be a little bit easier. So here we go, and boom, we hit a wall. So that's basic tutorial. I'll be posting more videos soon, guys. So see ya later. Just kidding, that's not all. If you guys want, you can change it from this camera, delete it, Cinema Machine, and let's try a clear shot camera. Let's make it look at our sphere, and let's make it follow our sphere. Now let's click play. Let's check it out. Yep, the cameras are a bit weird. If you want to, you can delete this and then try it. So as you can see, it always looks at the sphere. It just is not following it. And bam. If you guys want, you guys can add more things. And I just duped this by clicking Control D. Guys, if that's a nice command for if you're making video games or whatever you're using Unity for. But if you're not making it for video games and confused while you're watching this video, or whatever, we won't complain. Let's just get this perfectly straight. And just get this 90. Let's get this quad. And there we go. Now we can take this and scale it up. And let's just move it a little. And let's scale it upwards a bit. Now we can duplicate it and just change it to 180, and then we can quickly move it. So that it can't roll off. Then if you want, you can just repeat. And repeat. Now if you try playing the game, you'll see that there will be walls, so you won't be able to escape. Oh, how did that happen? Oh, here. Let's click play and let's try it out. Oh, these are one-way walls. Okay, you can change the Y to 360. Okay, there we go. So here now we can't escape. And you can see that it moves us diagonally. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe it's just that I'm using these quads. They normally don't work that well. So let's delete those and let's let's go back to our normal camera, free look, and let's just get the sphere. And boom. So here is how you make a pretty simple Unity game character movement. See ya in the next one. Bye-bye.